Speaking of jobs,
Fox
AI changing the way
first.
young people think about their future careers and sparking more Americans to choose blue-collar jobs. Former construction worker and author of Blue Collar Cash, Ken Rusk, joins me now. Ken, welcome back to the program. We are seeing students actually going into college with one major, and then over the course of a couple years, with the influx of AI just taking over everything, changing their majors. And you know what? I'd argue that's a good thing, Ken.
Well, good to see you, Todd. Thanks for having me. Yeah, you always have to keep your eye on supply and demand. I mean, you really need to look at what the future jobs are going to be. And that's one of the challenges that I've always had with colleges. I wish that when they would sell you these four-year degrees, I wish that they would kind of ask you a little more about what your future looks like and what kind of careers are in a city near you, those types of things, so that you can be a lot more strategic in your education and your planning.
And yet, Ken, according to a recent Fox News poll, more than 2/3 of voters, this is a big number, they say they're not worried that AI is going to eliminate their job. The numbers on the screen, 69% saying, nope, we're good, we're not worried, but should they be?
Well, I do think that a lot more people are worried about the Terminator coming and getting him than they are about their job being eliminated. Again, look into the future, see what's out there. That's why blue-collar trades, I mean, BlackRock, for example, they're investing $100 million, not in colleges. They're investing $100 million into trades, in carpenters, plumbers, electricians, because they see what's coming down the pipe. So all I'm saying is be very strategic when you look out into the future. See what's out there, see what the supply and demand is telling you, and then follow that.
I'm glad you mentioned the Terminator.
So a few points real quick, right? He asked, or he said he wished colleges would actually help ask people what they're going to do in the future to make better decisions. So the first question is, do you believe that colleges actually care? Do you think they actually care what someone's going to do in the future? I would say no, because if they did, then they probably wouldn't be offering every single type of major. Because you can easily tell that this type of major, it is not going to be conducive to a future. You're not gonna, there's no jobs, because should it be on the college or should it be on the person enrolling into college when they're choosing the major? Because guess what? Should McDonald say, yeah, I know you want this food, but it's probably not good for your future? Or should they say, I know you want this food, so here it is? Because if they say, if McDonald's says no, are they just going to go over to Wendy's or Burger King or Chick-fil-A or something? Not that Chick-fil-A, because that was a pretty real crazy Chick-fil-A video. But shouldn't they does a business have an obligation to tell you that this is probably not good for you? Or are they there to serve their customer? It's like, imagine a drug dealer. You go to buy, not you, but somebody goes to buy some drugs and says, actually, you might get addicted to this, so I'm not going to sell this to you. Like, what? Or is it on you to say, you know what? I'm not going to do drugs. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to go to college without having a sound major that has a future in it. There are certain majors, they're always going to be popping. Other ones, they never were. They never were. What was that? What was that quote again? I forgot what it was. Anyways, that's the other thing. I do think that the trades that people are going to, great move. I think those things are always needed. And the question is there a way that AI can enhance the trades? Like what the trade workers do, that they can leverage AI. We'll do a little search for that, but let's finish this video. We'll do a little search for that afterwards.
Aspect of all that, because you're right, that's where the numbers change. A new Fox News poll asked registered voters, are you generally concerned about AI? Not necessarily with regard to your job, but just in general, like future of humanity kind of stuff. And 66% of people say they are. All of this comes to a head, what comes next? And for that, oftentimes you follow the money, and JP Morgan Chase CEO, Chairman Jamie Dimon knows a lot about money. Here is what he had to say about the changing landscape while on Fox and Friends earlier this week.
There are tons of jobs out there. In fact, we're talking about security and defense. There are not enough welders and electricians and carpenters and plumbers, and those are all great paying jobs.
Right.
Unions do a great job teaching kids how to do those jobs, and those jobs make over $100,000 a year. There's going to be jobs in cyber, there's going to be jobs in AI, there's going to be jobs in healthcare. So yeah, jobs will be lost. The system will adjust. If it just goes too fast, we should have a plan to fix it.
You know, Ken, I love having theoretical discussions. We do that often on this program, but I also love giving people an action plan. So, should our viewers who are about to head out to their white-collar job, their job at a computer screen, at a desk, should they be studying things like plumbing, HVAC on the side as a hedge?
Well, you know, I always look, and this is what I wrote about in Blue Collar Cash. I always say, why are you even working to begin with? What do you want your life to look like? It's not whether you make $100,000 or not in a white collar or blue collar job. It's how are you going to spend that money? How are you going to design the life that you want for yourself? Because once you understand what you want your life to look like overall, there's a million ways to get there: white collar, blue collar, pink collar, whatever. So just know what you want to your life to look like going forward. Knowing, you know, what kind of house do you want, what kind of cars do you want, what kind of vacations do you want to take, what kind of comfort, peace, and freedom things can you put into your life. And then there's a lot of different ways to get there. And blue collar jobs, I mean, 50% of the country is involved in some type of trade. Don't be afraid to take one of those on. As Jamie Dimon said, they're all six-figure jobs now, and that's only going to get higher in the future.
And also, I mean, this might not be popular with the wives out there, but take on some projects at the home. Try it out in your home. I mean, that's a great place to experiment. Ashley's giving me a side eye. She is not happy with me right now. But I'm serious. Like, that's where I practice in case I ever needed to go. And right now, do you want me building your home? Absolutely not. But I'm making mistakes on my home, so I don't make them on yours. And I'm serious about this, Ken. I'm not making a joke. I think it's important.
Well, I guess what you're saying there is that the new shop class is your own basement or your own front yard.
For now, and then hopefully we can expand later on. Ken Rusk, thank you. Boy, you gave me side eye. Like,
how did you even see it?
I felt it. You were like, do not come and bring those tools into my home.
Do you know how to make bread from scratch?
I'm not a baker like you. You're pretty hardcore.
I'm Steve Ducey. All right. So we need I don't like the comparison between white collar and blue collar jobs, because there are some, I like it more, I think it more as task-based versus mind-based, I guess, whatever the, like, if there's a job that you have to use your mind, you need to use your brain, you need to use innovation, ingenuity, whatever the word is, all those, like, that you need to be creative, then you're going to be needed. If you have a job where you just press a button, like, do you remember the Simpsons episode where Homer almost burned down, like, he almost nuked the whole city because he set up the little thing to press the same button over and over and over and over and over again? If that's your job, you'll get automated, because Homer automated his job, almost blew up the city. But if your job is to create, to be innovative, to think, to present new things, you might not be working in the same exact position or the same exact role. However, you will always be needed. Engineering is moving more towards orchestration. To me, it's like software orchestration engineer, a QA orchestration engineer. The orchestration part is the AI part where you're building agents. I was thinking about this yesterday. What I was just showing earlier, the content creation assistant of mine, right? That's an agent. It has many, like, let's say I call that give you an example. I named it Nova, right? Nova has many skills. So let's say Nova has many sub-agents. So Nova is the main agent, what I call it, and then it has many sub-agents. It has the title generator, the description generator, the quiz generator, because YouTube now offers quizzes. So as YouTube adds features, I'm like, oh, let's adapt to that. It has the thumbnail generator, right? It has the thumbnail generator. It has ability to upload to YouTube. It has I can schedule live streams. I can plan for live streams. So that's an agent right there. On the other side, for my shorts, that's another agent where after I render the shorts, it automatically picks it up. So I don't even have to tell it. I just set it up to automatically run in the background. It picks it up, it starts to wait until the render is done, and until the render is done, and then it's going to add the thumbnail, add the captions, upload it to YouTube. So now in YouTube, I just have to go in there, schedule it. That's an agent. All of these things are tools that they're tasks that I used to do manually. I'm like, I don't want to do this task. So those type of things, I was sharing yesterday, people who make thumbnails manually, they're out. But if you make thumbnails and you build an agent to create a thumbnail with all your design knowledge and everything like that, you can drive it. That means you can create so many more thumbnails for people at a lesser cost and get a bigger clientele. It's wild. So I want to check this real quick, right? So I asked, what are some ways that people in trades, electricians, carpenters, plumbers, can leverage AI in those job roles? While we usually picture AI writing code and drafting emails, it's becoming a massive lever for electricians, carpenters, plumbers, and HVAC techs. The trades are highly technical, data-rich, and heavily reliant on process, which is exactly where AI thrives. Instead of replacing the physical work, AI handles the unbillable hours, allowing tradespeople to spend more time on the tools or scaling their business. Here's a breakdown of how the trades are leveraging AI right now. Rapid estimating and materials takeoff. What? Blueprint scanning. Plumbers and carpenters can upload digital blueprints to AI software that automatically counts fixtures, measures linear footage for pipes or framing, and generates a complete material list. Yep, you hear that? Do you hear that? Do you hear that? Dynamic pricing. When quoting a residential bathroom renovation or a kitchen remodel, AI tools can instantly cross-reference that material list with live pricing and local inventory at suppliers like the Home Depot or Harbor Freight, ensuring bids are accurate and profitable. The Pocket Master Tradesman. Code books are massive, dense, and constantly changing. Large language models, LLMs, are being used as a on-the-fly reference tool. Code compliance. An electrician in an attic can ask an AI voice agent, what is the required bend radius for a 2-inch PVC conduit under the 2023 NEC, and get instant cited answers instead of flipping through a 900-page manual. It's wild. It's wild. Troubleshooting mechanics and HVAC techs can also use AI vision by snapping a photo of an unfamiliar 30-year-old boiler or a complex wiring harness. The AI can identify the brand, pull the specific schematic, and suggest the most likely point of failure based on historical data. And then we have back office automation for like automated scheduling, AI chatbots on contractor websites can handle midnight emergencies, yada, yada, yada. Invoice and proposal generation, handle all the busy work that the tradespeople hate. Boom, automate that bad boy. Client communications and translation. Homeowners rarely understand trade jargon, so help me understand. Predictive maintenance, when sensor integration. So even in the trades, which everything you need that human part, right? But you wanna leverage the part that's not like that, something else can happen, right? So it's I think it's awesome. I think it is absolutely awesome. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. What do you think about this AI revolution? I personally don't think it's gonna be that dire as a lot of people make it out to be, like, oh my God, in 5 years there's gonna be no jobs. No, in 5 years you're not gonna have a job because you believe that. But for me, I'm like, oh, in 5 years, wherever the AI shifts the industry, I'm gonna be at the forefront because every single day I'm prompting, I'm learning, I'm studying, I'm building. While they're complaining, we're working. While they're scared, we're winning. We don't miss. We do not miss.
We the best. They see the wins, but they don't see the work. They don't see the pioneer digging in the dirt, digging to the core. This that 305 hustle, baby. Let's ride. They call me pioneer, I'm digging to the core. You just want to shine, I'm the one who found the ore. I'm a one-man wrecking crew, I open tune. Knocking down these milestones one by noon. I'm an ultimate team player, but I lead the tech. Put the whole damn city, put the team up on my back. Yeah, I run the new stack, building on the mainframe. This that tech coach, hustle, building up the brain. I don't back down, I just double up the work. When they shut the door, I find another quirk. In the system, in the market, man, I'm always on. One man army from the dusk, come to the dawn. This that pioneer flow, digging in the deep. Maximize potential while they fast asleep. One man army, but I move like a boss. Never backing down, I just pay the call. This that pioneer flow, digging in the deep. Maximize potential while they fast asleep. One man army, but I move like a boss. Yeah, I run this game, I just pay the call. This ain't your rap talk, this is my real life. Built a new foundation, cutting through the strife. Got the new tech running, stacking up the data. Got the AI working heavy, I'm the new creator. I'm a boss to my team, the new recruits. Show them how to win, how to get the loot. From the live stream to the brand new platform. I'm the one they call when they in a damn storm. I'm a pioneer, man, in that digital stack. Got the new school models running in the back. I don't just chase the goals, man, I hunt them down. This a one-man conquest, hand me the crown. This that pioneer flow, digging in the deep. Maximize potential while they fast asleep. One man army, but I move like a boss. Never backing down, I just pay the cost. This that pioneer flow, digging in the deep. Maximize potential while they fast asleep. One man army, but I move like a boss. Yeah, I run this game, I just pay the cost. It's deeper than the money, this is for the bloodline. Gotta make them see a hustler who's gonna always shine. Make sure that the legacy is set in stone. Show them how to build a whole damn world all on their own. This that on the map mindset, on the track. Like a grandmaster planning the attack. I'm the ultimate team player cause I build a whole team. I'm the one man army that supply the whole dream. From the new speech to the coaching plan. I'm putting my whole soul into the master plan. This that pioneer flow, digging in the deep. Maximize potential while they fast asleep. One man army but I move like a boss. Never backing down, I just pay the cost. This that pioneer flow, digging in the deep. Maximize potential while they fast asleep. One man army, but I move like a boss. Yeah, I run this game, I just pay the cost. One man dynasty, with the whole team meeting. It's that pioneer flow. Maximize everything.